The eyes are last to go out. They remain long after the face has disappeared regretfully into the tissue that it is made of. The tongue says goodbye when the eyes have a lingering silence. But they are the searchers last to abandon the search, the ones that remain where the drowned may be washed ashore, after the lantern staying, not saying goodbye. The eyes have no faith in too accessible language. For them no occasion is simple enough for a word to justify it. Existence in time, not only their own but ancestral, encloses all moments in four walls of mirrors. Closed, they're waiting. Open, they're also waiting. They are acquainted, but they have forgotten the name of their acquaintance. Youth is their uneasy bird, and shadows clearer than light pass through them at times. For waters are not more changeable under skies, nor stones under rapids. The eyes may be steady with that Athenian look that answers terror with stillness, or they may be quick with a purely infatuate being. Almost always the eyes hold on to an image of someone recently departed, or gone a long time ago, or only expected. The eyes are not lucky. They seem to be hopelessly inclined to linger. They make additions that come to no final sum. It is really hard to say if their dark is worse than their light, their discoveries better or worse than not knowing. But they are last to go out, and their going out is always when they are lifted. Mignon he was, or mignonnette, avec les yeux plus grands que lui. My name for him was Little Horse. I fear he had no name for me. I came upon him more by plan than accidents appear to be. Something started or something stopped, and there I was, and there was he. And then it rained, but Little Horse had brought along his parapluie. Petit Cheval it kept quite dry till he divided it with me. For it was late, and I was lost, when Little Horse inquired of me, what has a bark but cannot bite? And I was right, it was a tree. Mignon he is, or mignonnette, avec les yeux plus grands que lui. My name for him is Little Horse. I wish he had a name for me. Now there's many fool things a woman will do to catch a man's eye. She'll wear a tight shoe, she'll wear a light dress and catch a bad cold, and she'll have a tooth pulled for a tooth of gold. I'm a gold-toothed woman with a gold-tooth blues, 'cause a gold tooth makes a woman look old. Now gold in the bank is a wonderful thing, and a woman looks nice with a nice gold ring. But honey, take a tip, and the tip ain't cold. Your mouth's no place to carry your gold. I'm a gold-toothed woman with a gold-tooth blues, 'cause the gold tooth makes a woman look old. Some late Sunday morning when you're still in the hay, and you want a little lovin', your sweet man'll say with a look that'll turn your heart's blood cold, woman, that gold tooth makes you look old. I'm a gold-toothed woman with a gold-tooth blues, 'cause a gold tooth makes a woman look old. When he don't have a dollar, but he must have his drink, he'll sneak up behind you at the kitchen sink, and before you can holler, I'm telling you the truth, he'll brain you with a blackjack and pull your gold tooth. I'm a gold-toothed woman with a gold-tooth blues, 'cause a gold tooth makes a woman look old. Such icy wounds the city people bear beneath brown coats enveloping withered members. I do not want to know of mutilations, nor witness the long-drawn evening debarkation of warm and liquid cargoes in torn wrappings the ships of mercy carry back from war. We live on cliffs above such moaning waters. Our eyeballs are starred by the vision of burning cities, our eardrums shattered by cannon. A blast of the dying, a thunder of people who cannot catch their breath, is caught in the mortar and molded into the walls. And I, obsessed with the dread of things corroded, of rasping faucets, of channels that labor to flow, have no desire to know of morbid tissues, of cells that begin prodigiously to flower. There is an hour in which disease will be known as more than occasion for some dim relative's sorrow. But still the watcher within my soundless country assures the pendulum duties of the heart and asks no reason, but keeps a faithful watch as I keep mine from the height of the Belvedere. And though no eyrie is sacred to wind entirely, a wall of twigs can build a kind of summer. I asked my kindest friend to guard my sleep. I said to him, give me the motionless thicket of summer, the velvety cul-de-sac, and quiet the drummer. I said to him, brush my forehead with a feather, not with an eagle's feather, nor with a sparrow's, but with the shadowy feather of an owl. I said to him, come to me dressed in a cloak and a cowl, and bearing a candle whose flame is very still. Our Belvedere looks over a brambly hill. I said to him, give me the cool white kernel of summer, the windless terminal of it, and calm the drummer. I said to him, tell the drummer, the rebels have crossed the river, and no one is here but John with a broken drumstick, and half-wit Peg, who shot spitballs at the moon from the Belvedere. Tell the feverish drummer, no man is here, but what if he doesn't believe me? Give him proof, for there is no lie that contains no part of truth. And then with the sort of courage that comes with fever, the body becoming sticks that blossom with flame, the flames for a while obscuring what they consumed, I twisted and craned to peer in the loftier room. I saw the visitor there, and him I knew as my waiting ghost, and the Belvedere was blue. I said to my kindest friend, the time has come to hold what is agitated and make it still. I said to him, fold your hands upon the drum, permit no kind of sudden or sharp disturbance, but move about you constantly, keeping the guard with fingers whose touch is narcotic, brushing the walls to quiet the shuddering in them, drawing your sleeves across the hostile mirrors and cupping your palms to breathe upon the glass. After a while, anxiety will pass. The time has come, I said, for purification. Rub out the lewd inscriptions on the walls, remove the prisoners' names and maledictions, for lack of faith has left impurities here, and whisper faith to the summer Belvedere. Draw back the kites of hysteria from the sky, those struggling fish draw back from their breathless pool, and whisper assurances cool to the watchful corners, and whisper sleep and sleep along the treads of the stairs and up the stairwell, clear to the Belvedere, yes, clear up there, where giggling John stood up in his onion skin of adolescence to shoot spitballs at the moon from the captain's walk. And then at the last he said, what shall I do? The sweetest of treasons, I told him. Lean toward my listening ear and whisper the long word to me, the longest of all words to me, the word that divides the sky from the Belvedere. My little one whose tongue is dumb, whose fingers cannot hold things, who is so mercilessly young he leaps upon the instant things. I hold him not, indeed, who could. He runs into the burning wood. Follow, follow if you can. He will come out grown to a man, and not remember whom he kissed, who caught him by the slender wrist, and bound him with a tender yoke, which understanding not he broke. My old lady died of a common cold. She smoked cigars and was 90 years old. She was thin as paper with the ribs of a kite, and she flew out the kitchen door one night. Now I'm no younger than the old lady was when she lost gravitation, and I smoke cigars. I feel sort of peaked, and I look kind of poor. So for God's sake, lock that kitchen door. My feet took a walk in heavenly grass all day while the sky shone clear as glass. My feet took a walk in heavenly grass all night while the lonesome stars rolled past. Then my feet come down to walk on earth, and my mother cried when she give me birth. Now my feet walk far and my feet walk fast, but they still got an itch for heavenly grass. Which is my little boy? Which is he? Jean qui pleure ou Jean qui rit? Jean qui rit is my delicate John, the one with the Chinese slippers on, whose hobby horse in a single bound carries me back to native ground. But Jean qui pleure is mysterieux, with sorrows older than Niger, with all of the stars and all of the moons mirrored in little silver spoons. Which is my little boy? Which is he? Jean qui pleure ou Jean qui rit? I run, cried the fox, in circles narrower, narrower still, across the desperate hollow, skirting the frantic hill, and shall, till my brush hangs burning flame at the hunter's door, continue this fatal returning to places that failed me before. Then with his heart breaking nearly, the lonely, passionate bark of the fugitive fox rang out clearly as bells in the frosty dark, across the desperate hollow, skirting the frantic hill, calling the pack to follow a prey that escaped them still.
Bah. Like, subscribe, notification bell, join the herd.